It's day 33, 8:22 a.m. in The Sims 4 Big Brother UK Season 2 house, and things are getting pretty freaky finally in BB's cellar. It took a long time and a lot of deleting moodlets in order to let them flirt, but eventually we do see that first it is Tragic and Sophia hooking up, and Grimm gets angry and jealous, but instead of fighting about it, he just joins right in. This is what dreams are made of. This is what I was hoping would happen in BB's cellar, and finally we're getting it. In the main house, lights are on in the bedroom as most of our housemates are beginning to wake up. In the corner, we see that Haven and Kristen are having a conversation on the bed.
Sharky Gelma. Gelbator! Arv.
Huh? Just as soon? Uh-huh.
Now, this is actually a pretty early morning in the BB house. Most of the time, housemates don't wake up until around 10, 11 o'clock, but some of them are still sleeping while others are getting ready for the day. In the bathroom, we see Gavin taking a piss while Kaylee is taking a bath. And things are still getting freaky in BB's cellar. 11:41 a.m. Annoyingly, it is Power Conservation Day, and I guess technically I could have skipped forward in time, but that's always pretty annoying to do. So instead, our house guests are literally living in medieval times as there is no power today. And there's not even any fire. The fire won't even work, which I think is kind of crazy. But all of our housemates are in their costumes, in their clubs, and out in the courtyard, getting ready for the last day of the shopping task. We see that Kaylee is practicing her acting skills as today, the royals will be performing their scenes. Jesters Tice and Gavin are hanging out and cracking some jokes in the peasants' room, where we see Haven is continuously working out trying to earn points for her team. And I gotta say, I haven't seen any sim be able to do this many push-ups in a row, but she just keeps going and going and going. That it's pretty impressive.
Tharb Thenic, Sabadesh. Oh, Demise.
Oh.
Lissarak, some busy. Tashibi,
In the pitch black royal bathroom, Emma is practicing her acting, but I feel like maybe she's practicing voice acting. She's really trying to get that emotion across in her voice since she can't even see anything in there. After the spicy three-way in BB's cellar, things are back to normal. Tragic is back to crying, Grimm is back to silently hanging out with him, and Sophia is stuck in the corner on her rock slab, where she takes a nap trying to pass the time. And hey, at least Grimm is trying to tidy up the place a little bit. He scrubs that glass for so long. Maybe this is why Haven was doing things for so long. I think my game is just kind of glitching, but he only drank water out of it, but he is making sure that there are no germs left in that glass, and he needs to go around and clean up the place a little bit more. Maybe put a mouse trap in, I don't know. But while he's doing that, we see that Gavin and Haven have decided to woohoo downstairs in the peasants' room. And the other peasants are in there just hanging out, watching. However, it doesn't really look like Emmanuel likes what he sees.
Angie Chul.
Pipinai, Umfra, Nibihana, Bari.
3:18 p.m. Now, I'm kind of surprised, but it seems as though Bryson and Tice made a little connection in that four-way yesterday, and they've decided to do something just the two of them today. And I'm also kind of surprised that, Tice and Gavin have been getting very busy while being gestures in the Royal Kingdom, but Kristen, on the other hand, has not, even with Tice, who you think, the two of them would have, been hooking up this whole time, but instead she's kind of, keeping it cool and keeping it to herself while the boys are spreading it around. And while Bryson and Tice are getting it on in the luxurious bedroom, it looks as though Emma and Kaylee are angrily sequestered in the bathroom trying to give them some privacy. But I think the thought of giving the boys privacy quickly passes as they soon just go into the room and start watching. They can't watch for too long, however, as it is now time for Kaylee and Emma to perform their scene together. As the two of them take their places, we will be making them argue, fight, and share a drink. So let's see how good they do this.
Sul, Wadi, Davu, Sapola, Yibsims. Vudabi, Arg, Wobes, Becca Noibi, Neebs, Arg, Warifa, Fushi, Vuda, Karshi, Alza, Phew, she noi. Yeah. Harsha, Vu, Yoba, Yumpy, Wamba Voy, Neeb, Doofka, Woes, Garga Farble, Nargi, Nilsal, Tika Roo.
And while they did complete the 3 scenes, I gotta say, they didn't really stand out in them. I didn't think their acting was particularly good, considering they had a lot of time to be practicing instead of just woohooing. And we see while Tice and Bryson are still getting it on, Sophia has woken up from her nap and is sadly still stuck in the BB cellar. But thankfully, this will be her last day. "6:01 p.m. Now that Bryson has finished woohooing with Tice, it is now time for him to perform his death scene.
Wowza. Gooby Laba. E-oo. Oh. Love? Buckanoi.
Overall, the acting was pretty lame, pretty meh. I didn't really enjoy it, and when you look at their club points, they were almost at the 2,000, but not quite. So unfortunately, the Royals have failed. When we look at the gestures, they also didn't make it to 2,000, and the peasants also didn't make their goal of 2,000 either, which means all 3 groups have failed, and the housemates have failed this week's shopping task. Next week, the storage room will remain locked, and no one will have access to food or appliances or anything like that. But we are going to wrap up today's episode there, and you got to come back tomorrow as we have our 6th eviction. Who is going to go home? All week you guys have been voting to save your favorite, and tomorrow one of them will be leaving the house for good. Is it going to be Emmanuel, Haven, Jesse, or Sophia? It's been a very close vote, not as close as last week, I gotta say, but still super close. And again, thank you guys for being so patient, and I know I haven't been posting as regularly